Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series of the object oriented programming with the Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is the this keyword and the static keyword. I am an instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start with the our keyword, that is the this keyword. So normally this keyword, it is used for the current class accessing the variable. So if you want to access the current class variable, current class method and constructor, we have the two options. Either we can create the object of that particular class, or either we can directly use that data, call that data using the this keyword. So mostly this keyword, it is used for the current class. So the first use of the this keyword, that is that this keyword is used to access the data of the current class instance variable. Or this keyword, it is also called like that, it is used to refer the current class instance variable. It is also used to call the current class constructor and the current class method. So I will show you all these three uses of the this keyword with the programming. So these are the use of the this keyword. So just clear one thing, this keyword, it is used to call the current class data. We cannot call the other class data, like suppose if we have the two classes there, class 1 and class 2. So using this keyword, you can only access the data of the class 1 or class 2. You cannot access the class 1 data in a class 2 using this keyword. So next keyword, that is the static keyword. Now what is the use of the static keyword? So static keyword in Java, it is used for the memory management. We can apply the static keyword on variable, method, block as well as nested class. So now next, static keyword we cannot apply on the top level class, means the outer class, the main outer class of the Java, that cannot be static. So just clear one thing, the outer class of the class is a non-static. Static variable are associated with the class object. Static variable value in the Java kept same value for each and every object. So static variable value share all the other object in the class. That is the advantage of the static. You can share the data. So one object can change the value of the static variable that reflect in the second object also, because this is a share variable. I will show you with the figure. So here this example show that the figure, this is example of figure of the static variables. Here the static variable, the object 1, object 2 and object n, all these three objects have the same value is there. Suppose if object 1 change the value of the static variable, then object 2 will access the changeable value of. But in the case of the non-static variable have the separate memory. So if the object 1 change the value of the non-static variable, that cannot be reflected in object 2, because object 2 have the separate memory location. So these two keyword, this keyword and the static keyword, I will explain you with the program. So let's start the programming session. Now in this session, I will show you the example of the this keyword and the static keyword. So now let's start the program for the this keyword. So what is the use of the this keyword? It is simply we can call the current class instance variable, instance method and current class constructor. So now how to call this constructor? So let's start the programming like this demo. I have created one class, that is this demo. Now firstly I will show you the example of the how this can be used to call the current class instance variable. So I am creating the one variable a is there. Now I am just creating a one method is there, like void set is there, and I am setting the value here integer x and a is equals to x. The structure is same that I have already explained you about, and in show method I am just printing this value like system dot out dot println, and I am printing the value a here, like a is equals to plus a. So that's why the output will be print like a is equals to 10, a is equals to 20, whatever you are passing the value. I am just ending this class. Now just check if once again I have created one class this demo. I have created one variable void set is there, set integer x, and I am passing a is equals to x. Now I am creating one class, our main class, that is a demo, then public static void main, and I am passing this string of args. So here you can create the object of this demo, and then t1 is equals to new this demo. So as I told you earlier, in this case you can also create a constructor also. Now you can also create a constructor. I am just creating here this constructor. What is the difference between constructor and method, that I have already explained in my last video. I am saving this class demo.java because our class name is demo is there. Why constructor? Because the initialization purpose, only the use of the constructor is we can use for the initialization purpose. So now here I am just calling this demo. I am just, first of all, if you haven't doubt, let's use this method. Chalo. Now I am using one method set a is equals to x is set. Now in this particular case I am just changing here value, reference variable and the class variable value is the same, instance variable. Like, so what will happen? Integer a, I am just writing a is equals to a, and I am just printing just value 10. So let's run this code. Like t1 dot set, first of all I am setting this value 100, and after that I am calling this method show. You can see here what I have done. I have passed this value. Normally we are passing the different name. Here I am passing x and a is equals to x. It is okay. But in this case, suppose if you are passing the, here the name is a, so this a is a reference variable and this a is an instance variable. So now if you run this code, let's run first of all. You can see the output. What will that? There will be error in the print ln. Now if you run this code, you can see there will be no error in our code. But what is the expected output for this particular code? That is 100. But this will print a 0. So now in this case, what we can do, we can use this keyword. So here the compiler is confused, which one is our instance variable and which one is a reference variable. So in this case, just write down this dot a. So this dot a is a nothing but this our instance variable, our class instance variable value, that is equals to reference value. Now if you save this code and if you compile and run it again, you can see the changeable output a is equals to 100. So that is the use of this keyword. Suppose if you want to use the same name as well as with the reference name, but only not this only use of this keyword. There are many use of this keyword. So let's start with the another, that is this can be also used to call the current class instance method. Now suppose I don't want to call here the set method. What will happen? You can call here like, but in this case suppose our method name is same also, like here our method name is so. So what will happen over here? I am just changing this code. I am just changing here. I am just passing like a is equals to 200. You can see first of all what we have done, void created one method void show a is equals to 200 and just closing that. I have created same method void show width, but we need to pass some value here because in method overloading the value must be the different. So I am just passing here a is equals to x. Parameterize. I have created one parameters method. And now suppose if you want to call the method here, so we have the two options. Like we can also call like using the this, right, this dot show, this dot show, and just write down the parameter like like 200 or like 20, like 200. So no need to call, I have just created like t1.show here, and if you see the output of this code, this will print a is equals to 200. So this can also be used to call the current class instance method. So if you want to make this type of program, you can use it, the concept. And lastly, if you want to use the constructor in one constructor, another constructor, that we can also use this concept. Now let's this run is again. So you can see I am creating just default constructor is there, this demo is there. So in this demo I am just passing this value here, a is equals to 10, right, and I am just printing the message system.out.println, and I am just printing the value over e. So this is example of the default constructor. Now I am just creating a parameterized constructor over here. Next, that is a parameterized constructor. Now in this case, integer x I am using, and I am just write down here a is equals to x. So now I am just calling this here. I am default constructor is there, and I am creating next, that is a parameterized constructor is there, and in parameter I am passing these two values. Method is not required in this code. Create a name with the t2. Let's check it again. What we have done, we have created default constructor. So this, whenever the default constructor is called, the value is printed as a 10. Whenever the parameterized constructor is called, the value is printed as a whatever you are passing as a user defined. I have passed a 200. So this is a simple code. We need to compile it and again run it. So 10 and 200, this is the obvious output. But now what is the use of these? So now I am not creating this default constructor object, I am just deleting it, and I am call over here these, only just write down these. So this is called as the parameter default constructor. If you pass this parameter, this will call a this constructor, but I want to call this default constructor in parameterized constructor. But make sure this statement, whenever you are calling the constructor, the statement must be the first statement in your code. Now suppose if you are write something over here, a is equals to something like 1000, at that time compiler will generate an error. So make sure this keyword that you have written here, these, if you want to call the constructor within a constructor, then the statement must be the first statement in your body. You cannot constructor with the method, right? So suppose we have the method void show, in that method you want to call a constructor, that is not possible. The constructor is called only within the constructor. Now you can see I have created only a one object, that is a parameterized constructor. So here first this is called as a parameterized constructor, but in parameter constructor my first line, that is the default constructor, I am changing this value 1000. You can see the output. Now if you run this code, so first the default constructor is called, so first the a is equals to 1000 is print, and after that means 1000 is print, after that 200 is print. You can see the output. First the 1000 is print, and next that is a 200. So this is the example of the parameterized constructor. Now, so these three use of the this keyword is there. There are many use of the this keyword. I will explain within the later in this video. So now let's start with the next, that is the static keyword. So what is the use of? I am just removing this line of code over here. I am just main class is as it is. I am just writing as it is. I am just removing, this is not an example of this demo, and this is an example of static demo. Now first of all I will show you there are the three main use of the static. Static block is there, types of static block is there, static variable is there, and static method is there, as well as the static inner class is also there, but I will explain you in my next topic, that is the inner class or nested class video. But in this video I will show you the three use of the static variable, static block, and static method. So first of all let's start with the static block, I am just removing this line. I am just creating a simple static void and I am printing like system.out.println, and I am writing the method that is a main method. So here if you run this code, obviously the output is main method, but I am creating here a static block is there. Static, and in this line I am also just printing this something like that, static block. What is the advantage of this static block? I will show you. The first of all, output you can easily understand. Now think about it, what will be the output of this code? Now as I told you, the compiler will start the execution from the main method, but in wherever the static is there, that's why we write public static void main. In my earlier video I will also explain what is the meaning of public static void main. But static, that will give you highest priority, because the main method is our static method, so it will give the first preference to execute it. But in our case, our static block first of all it. So what will be the output is, just see and think about it. You can see it. The output is not like first of all it will print a main method, then the static block it will print. But here in our code I have written first static block, that's why it will give the highest priority to this. You can use it with the different purpose, like you can initialize the variable over here and you can use it directly in a main method, you can create it. So this is the example of the static block. Now what is static variable is there? So static variable, whenever you are declaring as a variable as a static, the variable is called as a class variable. Or wherever the method, if you are declaring a method as a static, it is called as a class method. So whenever it is called as a class method and class variable, no need to create an object for that. You can directly access. I will show you the example. First of all, I am removing the static block. You can understand what is the use of the static block. I am just creating a one class, that is a class static demo. In this particular class, I am just creating a variable that is a static integer a. First of all, I am creating a normal variable integer a, that is equals to 0. I am creating a constructor static demo. In that particular constructor, I am just incrementing the value a plus plus. One void show is there. I am just system.out.println, and I am printing the value over here. You can see. Normally I have created a simple variable a plus plus, then value a. Now here I have created a one constructor is there. So what will happen? I am just removing this line. I am just creating the constructor static demo s1 is equals to new static demo, right? So I want to create three objects, s1, s2 and s3, and I am printing this s1 dot show and s2 dot show, s3 dot show. What will be the output? Think about it. First of all, the object is created, constructor will call automatically a plus plus is there. Now if you think about it, what will be the output of s1, s2 and s3? Now if you run this code, the output will be printed. This will generate one error is there. What is the error? System. I have make a spelling mistake is there. System.out.println is there. The output is like 1 1 1. why it will 1 1 1, not 1 2 3? Because each and every object, here it is a non-static variable, so S1 have a different variable that is stored in a different memory location, S2 that store a variable A in a different location, S3 that store the variable in a different location. So all these three objects have the different location of A. So here S1 will change the value of A to 1 and store it, but S2 had not access to the variable S1 variable. So suppose if you are writing here a static integer A, now in this case here the variable A is a static variable. Now if you change this value, now what will happen? First of all, the S1 is there, it will change the value 1. Now then the S2 is will value, it will get the value from the S1, that is the, what is the value of A? 1. It will increment it will change it with the 2, and that is passed on to the S3, and S3 will change it again, and this will print the 3. So what will the value of S1 dot A? Here the memory location is same, so the S1 dot A will print a 3, S2 dot A is 3, and S3 is also print the value same 3 here. So now if you run this code, you can see the output is like, you can see the output 3 3 3, because each and every object will change the value, and because the variable is a share variable, all these variable have the same location. S1, for S1 the location of the variable A, for S2 and S3 all this variable value location is the same. So this is an example of the static variable, and same for the static method also. Now if you are creating the variable method like here static void show, no need to call this method, you can no need to create as well, you can also call with the object, but whenever this we are create a method with the static, you can directly call with this the name of the class, as well as you can also call this variable using the class name also, like static demo dot a, because this is the class variable, but within a class it is no need to write, but this is the outside of the class, so that's why we need to write down the object or something. So now if you compile this code again, you can see the output is 3, but this is not an object, this is a class name. This is only possible if the method is static. Suppose the method is not static, and if you have written this using class name, this will generate an error. You can see here the non-static method so cannot be referred from the static content, right? So that's why we have written like this static void show. So hope you understand what we have done, whatever the program we have making, like static as well as this keyword. So this is the end of our programming session. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.